A bell rings on a black and white TV. You know, in living rooms and smoky bars, America just leans in. There's this short bulldozer heavyweight from Brockton that he's about to throw a right hand with a nickname, and that nickname is Susie Q. We're going to talk about the next line in We Didn't Start the Fire. We're going to go on with Rocky Marciano. And I'm Matt Haskell. I'm a high school history teacher, and I'm taking you through each line of We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. So here's the story. Now, he was born as Rocco Marciano in Massachusetts, and he was the son of Italian immigrants. Now, he was small for a heavyweight. He was kind of thick-necked, and he was relentless. During World War II, he learns to box on Army bases, and then he turns pro in 1947. Now, the plan isn't elegance. It's pressure, it's stamina, and it's a right hand that ends arguments. Now, his first big scare in his career was Roland Lastarza in 1950. I mean, it's close. It's close enough to prove that Marciano is human. And then comes the moment that changes eras. It's October of 1951. Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber, America's longtime champion, well, it's now at an end. Marciano respects Louis like a saint, but the passing of the torch is brutal. Marciano wins, and the image of Louis tangled in the ropes feels like history itself just stepping back. And then in September of 1952, takes on Jersey Joe Walcott for the title. Now, Walcott outboxes him for 12 rounds. He paints the corners, he wins the rounds. But then, round 13, Marciano lands that right, Susie Q, and Walcott just falls like a switch got flipped. We have a new champion. Now, he has to defend that title. So we have Walcott Part 2 in 1953. Marciano erases the suspense. He stops him in one round. In 54, we have Ezzard Charles, the first time. There's 15 rounds of just brutal war. Marciano's nose is ripped open. The fight is almost stopped. He survives. He wins a decision and demands a rematch. Later on that year, with Charles again, same opponent, very different ending. Marciano knocks him out. In 1955, you have Don Cockle, just grinds him down. Then you have Archie Moore in 1955, and Archie Moore is just this crafty old master. He drops Marciano early, but the champ gets back up on his feet, keeps marching, wins by knockout. Now, Rocky Marciano's style isn't pretty. He's 5'10"-ish. He swings from his hips. He eats jabs just to get inside. Critics call it just crude, but fans like to call it honest. You know, and what they can't deny is his engine. You know, it's miles on the road at dawn, a pace that never slows, and a punch that just keeps its promise. And then in April of 1956, he retires. He's 49-0. He's got 43 knockouts. He's the only heavyweight champion to walk away undefeated. In an era when Friday night fights were just a national ritual, he becomes a folk hero. He's the worker who outworks you. He's the smaller man who refuses to be small. Offstage, though, the story turns bittersweet. In 1969, a plane crash takes his life the day before his 46th birthday. The record stays behind just like a monument. He's not the most graceful champion, maybe, yeah, but he's the one who never let the mountain push him back. Why does Rocky Marciano matter? You know, Marciano in Billy Joel's lyrics isn't just a name. It's the 1950s in one figure. He's an immigrant grit, TV age celebrity, and the idea that relentless effort can beat pedigree. He bridges the Joe Louis radio era and the television era where sports become shared living room drama. Now, to tie it back to the song, right after England's got a new queen, Billy Joel drops Marciano. You know, ceremony one moment, raw competition the next. And that's the decade, you know, crown and canvas, ritual and sweat. Now, did your family watch the old Friday night fights? If they did, hey, drop a memory here in the comments or leave your pick for the greatest heavyweight ever. I just want to let you know that our next topic that we're coming up with is and the next lyric is Liberace. Thanks for watching.